and first of all, just give you guys permission to know that what you come up with is going to be amazing. We're not necessarily looking for something specific other than the topics that we gave you, right? And so if your group decides to take it, hey, we're going to go in this direction and this is what we came up with, that's awesome. Really, we wanted to stress what we wanted to create for you was the opportunity to be in a group where you can collaborate and where you could create something together. Because when that happens, when you're collaborating in these smaller groups, then you're networking and you're getting to know one another and you're understanding who has these strengths and who has these weaknesses and how you guys can help each other. And so just remember with these group projects, for us as leaders, it's more about the collaboration and the networking and the creating something together than it is with the final product that comes out. Although, because we already know what you guys come up with is going to be amazing. There was a specific question about could we have aspects of, like, if somebody brought a system to a group and shared that system, could there be aspects of our new system from that? And that the answer is absolutely yes. Yes. If somebody has found something that's working great, absolutely add those aspects into the something new that you create together. But we don't want you to take a system somebody has and just say, hey, this is our group system. That's not creating, that's not collaborating. But definitely bring the best of all of your ideas together into something new. So that's what we're looking at for the group projects. I hope that clarifies for you, and you can just kind of, like Kelly said, just give yourself some grace, give yourself this, and I hope you guys will give us a little grace too. This is the second time we've run Ignite, but this is actually the first time we've done group projects. And so I know at the beginning you couldn't open the file I had posted, and so thank you, Sarah, she made a graphic. I will make sure next time when I post the groups that it will be a picture that everyone can see and nobody has to worry about like actually opening a file. Was there anything else, Kelly, or any of the other leaders that we needed to address specifically? Oh, Sarah did mention we have some people from the UK that I know are struggling with the time frame. And so this time around, we're gonna stick with the groups that we have. But just know moving forward with group, our month 2 and month 3, we will make arrangements for that. We want everybody to be able to be included in a group. We don't want, but for now, just give each other grace, try and work through those issues, and just know, hey, at some point you might have some downline in another region that you're going to have to figure out how to work around schedules. So that's part of being a worldwide amazing business. So turn it back over to you, Kelly. Thanks.
The only other quick things I want to say are this week, and that was my bad last week, I forgot to post the aha moments. So this week that you'll find in the week 2 units will be a place where you can share all your aha moments. So that way they get all posted in the same spot. So we make sure that we don't miss anything, because Facebook is so weird. And then secondly, also questions, because I know as people are posting, things are getting pushed down. And again, we don't want to miss anything that you have. So post your questions under the questions tab. I've already posted those. And as soon as we're done here, I will share all the rest of the units that we have for you guys. So I don't want to take any more time, because I want to introduce our guest speaker. Kelsey Smith is absolutely amazing. She has the most consistent PRV, rocks her parties, and is here to tell you all about how she does that. So I'm going to open it up. Kelsey, thank you so much for being here with us tonight.
Hi, thank you for having me. It's been a crazy day around here. It's crazy around here because we're putting an addition on our home. So I'm actually have no office anymore. I'm sitting in my bedroom with a packing box as my makeshift desk. So bear with me. It's so funny that I was asked to do this, as I feel like my life right now is a complete hot mess. but I think that's the glory of this business, is that we're allowed to be hot messes. So I'm Kelsey Smith. I live in Washington State. I'm a superstar director. And I'm going to talk to you about some different parties that we can do, goal setting, and consistent PRV. It's funny, earlier today, I jumped into one of my leadership groups and we talked about leading by example. So I'm kind of going to go with that topic as I move forward here and talk about some goals. So I don't know how you guys do your group or your team pages or anything like that, but something that's posted on my team page at the beginning of every month is what are your goals? And then I kind of break it down. What's your PRV? What's your recruiting goal? What's your GWV, TWV goal? Do you have a promotion in mind for the month? So then we kind of, as I learn the goals of certain people, we break it down, how you're going, what is the actions you're going to take to do this. So I personally make a goal of 2,500 PRV every month. And as I'm sure many of you know, that equals out to 30,000 in a year, which is our annual sales award. So a lot of times people are like, how do you even begin to get 2,500 PRV a month? One thing that I do is I front load my month like crazy. So my goal is to have my PRV, my 2,500 by the 20th of every month, because I want that last chunk of the month to solely devote to my team. So my first goal is 500 by the 5th, and I say the 5th because I can slack a little bit. I do scent crates. I do my own personal scent crates each month, and I like to put that order in on the 1st, and it doesn't always happen on the 1st. So I give myself to the 5th. But that order has to be 500 PRV. So my scent crates are $30 each, and they get $30, at least $30 worth of product. But I use host rewards. So I end up selling more than whatever 30 to equal 500 would be. I don't even know. My goal is always at least 20 to 25 scent crates. So that is out the door the first thing that I do. And I'm not telling you to go create a scent crate and do that, but there's something that you need to have in your business that you can use to front load your month. Maybe I know people that do hostess of the month clubs and have that party that they enter the 1st of every month. We have an amazing thing that Scentsy gives us in a scent and warmer of the month every month. I always tell my team to share that the last 3 days of the month before to get those orders to put in on the 1st. Use that to your advantage. That's given to us to use to get that first chunk so that you are right out the door at your 500, because as we know, the 500 is what you need to be paid at any leadership title. And then I focus on parties. Right now, like this last year, I was the home party girl. My goal was always, I wanted like 5 to 8 home parties a month, and that's not happening anymore. So I did on the go parties too, but they weren't my first choice. I like to be there. I like to interact and, talk to people. That's what I like to do. So I've kind of had to change my parties up over the last year. I've done a lot of online parties, and at first I was really struggling with them. You don't get your interaction, they can be hit and miss. So I moved to doing party packs with my online parties. So what I do is like 10 days before we actually start the party, the host sends me her list of people who say, yes, I'm going to participate. Yes, I want a catalog, the ones that like they're not just going to come to support their friend and be in the group kind of thing. I put together a party pack, which was also a trial and error in the beginning. I do a catalog. I do the scratch and sniff. I don't like to call them rub and smell or whatever they're called. The scratch and sniff stickers throughout the catalog. because it saves on shipping. So when I first did them, I was like shoving all these wax samples in there and soak samples and washer whiffs and all these things. And I'm like, oh my gosh, these are costing me like $6 a packet to send. And when I'm sending, you know, up to 10, 20, that's a lot. And I didn't like that. I hate postage. So scratch and sniff stickers are my thing. I like the body samples because they can be flat, like the ones that you can buy from the Success store. Just kind of build them a little party pack. And I also have a join brochure in there. I have a postcard with my story on it in there. Things that tell them about me, that make them feel connected. Things that they can smell, actual tangible catalog that they can flip through. That has totally changed the way my online parties work. I've also started using Jotforms. I don't know if you guys know Jotforms, but if you're not using Jotforms or don't know Jotforms, you need to check Jotforms out. So I have an actual Jot form that's like an order form for them to go and fill it out, because I was finding that so many people were paying for shipping. And I hate when people pay for shipping when they like live, you know, a mile away. I don't like that. I don't want them to pay for shipping. I want their shipping to be free. So that's how I still post a link in an online party, but I encourage them to fill out that Jot form order form so that I can place their order for them and save them any type of shipping. And then as the year has gone on, more and more people have been okay with, I call them on the go parties, a bag party, a basket party, whatever you want to call them. And I keep those super simple. I have clear like tote bags that I got on Amazon, and they literally have a transition set of testers in them, 10 to 15 order forms, 5 catalogs, 5 postcards that have my story on them. And guys, I should have been more prepared and had all this stuff sitting here next to me to show you, rather than rushing in the door from dance and being like, okay, where's that Zoom link? And then I have, some of them have a Scentsy Go. Some of them have a wall fan diffuser. One of them has a mini diffuser, a bar of wax, a bottle of counter clean, things like that in the on the go party that they can try, but it all fits in that bag. And that's so important to me that it fits in one small tote bag instead of them, you know, lugging around like this crate with like 3 warmers and all this stuff in it that they don't need. That makes it hard. Yes, do what is doable for you, Kelly, exactly. But make it appear easy for them. And the reason I say make it appear easy is because you want them to think, I can do this. Heck, look how easy this was. I took this bag with me, and I mean, I sold $700 in Scentsy in my office. I can do this. So with that being said, let's talk about recruiting and flipping these parties. So I was just talking about this today with some friends. I'm like, oh my gosh, I have an order to enter, but I have no one to give the kit to yet. I have to give this kit away. I have to. Like, I'm that person that I'll sit on an order until I give that dang kit away. And the kit doesn't have to go to your host. So if your host doesn't want it, you're asking her guests. You're asking anybody that you can possibly think of who wants this kit. So what do I do with my hosts when I present flip? Very rarely do I like go into a party telling a host, yep, we're going to flip this party. You're going to take this party. I don't do that. I present their host rewards to them in 2 different ways. And I kind of do it as our incentive trips are presented to us. So there's like level 1 and there's level 2. So to me, level 1 is, okay, you had a $500 party, you have 3 half off credits and $75 in free credit. That's level 1. Or, and I always do it in my head based off a $500 party, or you can choose level 2, which is a free business, $16 in free credit, 4 half price items, And I tell them 4 because I'm giving them the perpetual at that point. If they're joining, they're going to get the perpetual. I don't need it. And $100 in your pocket on payday. And you've earned your first award with Scentsy. If it's $500 party, they've earned Shooting Star. So, and you're halfway to your first promotion. So they've got these 2 levels, like, okay, do I want $75 in free credit and 3 half price items? Or do I want like this huge bonus level where, oh my gosh, I'm getting back $100. I'm still getting $16 in free stuff. I'm getting an extra half price item. And hey, maybe I can, turn my life into something incredible and sell Scentsy and become a superstar director someday. I don't know. But that's the way I present that to a host. Very, very rarely am I like saying, okay, yep, we're gonna get this party at 500 and you're gonna join. Like, I hate that pressure. I hate to give anyone that type of pressure of like, oh my gosh, this girl's like expecting me to join and I really don't want to. Like, I don't want to do that to anybody. But there's been times where people don't choose level 2. They don't want that $100. They don't want a business. They don't want it. So who am I going to give this to? I have to find someone to give this to. You always should have that list of 100 that you can look at and be like, oh yes, I want this person on my team. Or a dream team list. My dream team list is 10 people who I want on my team. So I go to that list. Okay, who am I going to say, hey, I have this kit. Do you want this kit? Now you can give the kit in different ways. You can choose to have them pay the $59 for the kit. You can give the kit to them for free. I typically always give the kit for free because it's $59 in host credit. Like oh gosh, I can't get a laundry love bundle this time. That's how it is, like a laundry love bundle, a new recruit, like what do you want, I'm always giving that kit for free, and what they do with it is up to them. I'm there to lead them. I'm there to guide them. I give them all the steps. I want them to be successful with it, but it's not my choice of what they do with it. So you have to give that kit. You have to offer it. Do I close parties without having given a kit? Yes. Am I frustrated about it? Heck yes, I am. Like, oh my gosh, how did I not give that kit away? Yes, I get frustrated. So I'm going to read this for a second. Yeah, so Becky asked for the dream team list. Do you ever change that up? Of course. Yeah, like there's times where I can look at my dream team list and be like, dang, like I really want her, but now is just not the time, Like, for example, I had someone on my dream team list. So I've been with Scentsy for a little over 4 years. This girl was literally on my dream team list from day 1, and she joined a year ago. But for a while I took her off. Like, she was like one of those that barely even ordered, but I knew how much this opportunity could change her life. That's why she was on my dream team. Now she's one of my top leaders. She finally joined, and she says to me all the time, I don't know why I didn't do this sooner. And I'm like, well, yeah, I tried telling you that, but you didn't want to. So she was off my dream team list for a while. Yep. And sometimes I don't have 10 people on my dream team list because I'm just not dreaming about 10 people. So there's that too, but you have to have those lists. You have to always have those seeds planted and know that there's people out there that can use this opportunity, and it's your job to seek them out and find them by meeting people, by talking to people, by sharing what we have to offer. So then another goal that I always ask people on my team is, what's your GWV or TWV goal? That's an important thing. Like, where do you want your team to land? Like, for example, I had someone the other day who is a certified consultant say, well, I want my GWV to be 6,000 this month. And I said, how are you going to do that? And she's like, well, I don't know. I guess I'm going to sell a lot. And I'm like, girl, you have to recruit. Like, if you want that, like that requires promotions and recruiting. So it's so important to have that goal, but then break it down and why do you want that? How are you going to get that? Recruiting is so important. And promotion, like what is your star director in 6 months? And she's an essential consultant. I'm not saying that that's not possible. I'll never tell anybody something's not possible. But I said, okay, tell me what you need to get there. And she said, well, I only need 25,000 more GWV and 5 recruits. And I'm like, no. I said, she was looking at it as you would look at promoting to certified is what was happening. So she was seeing it as, you know, when you promote to certified, you need 1,000 lifetime PRV. And that's how she was looking at the GWV. So break your goals down into attainable things. We broke her goal down into she's going to be a star consultant in the next 3 months. But figure out your goals, and you have to have that plan. Like you have in the next 3 months, I'm an essentials consultant right now. What do I do? Well, I encourage you to have 2,500 PRV a month, because that means you're talking to people. If you have that kind of PRV, you're out there, you're talking to people, you're meeting people. Then you're flipping those parties and you're building your team. As you build your team and you lead your people, promotions are going to come naturally. If you're promoting people and your tide is rising, all your boats are going to lift together, right? Rising tide lifts all boats. I don't know how many times a day I say that. You have to do that, but you have to figure out, how am I going to do this? Where am I going to meet these people? If you have kids, if you have grandkids, yeah, the world's been kind of weird lately, but your kids are involved in things. You go through the McDonald's drive-thru, you go through the Starbucks drive-thru, you see people, you meet people. Like, you have to be brave. You have to jump out of that comfortable bubble and you have to talk to them. I'm the girl that when I joined Sensi, told myself there's no way I can do this. Like, I am the shyest person you will ever meet, and I will hold true to that. But Sensi breaks me out of my bubble. Sensi is what makes me happy. It makes me excited, and I'll talk to the guy on the corner about it if I have to. But you have to talk, you have to meet people, you have to do the things. I'm just going to read some of these questions and answer them because there's a lot of them.
I have a few for you. Can you hear me?
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I had a few. So somebody was asking what percentage of your business is local versus not local?
I have a lot of local business. I would say that probably 90% of my business is local, and by local, so that means to me like within 75 miles of me. And why do I call that local? Because my wonderful mother, who refuses to ever join, which is fine, like we kind of have a truce with that. She lives 75 miles from me, but I see her often enough that she's like my little delivery girl. So all the people in her area always have free shipping too, because then she comes and she gets all of my stuff and she delivers it. So that's local to me. But so I'd say more like on the other side of my state or out of state is really probably customer wise, 10 to 15%. I have a lot of team out of state, but not customer wise.
Okay, another question was, can you show them how to present I'm assuming that this comment was back in when you were talking about flipping the parties and how you present it to other people and the hostess, if you can go in just a little more detail on that.
Other people besides the host. So, okay, so let's talk about it in an online party version, because I feel like that's all I've done for the last year. I'll say, I use a thing, and I'm not in your group. I can send it to you. You probably have it, but it's the thing that you can use on an online party, and it kind of like has the thermometer thing on the side, like, oh my gosh, she has this much in free credit and she's earned, you cross off the little half off, so she's earned them, and she's earned a free kit or, a host kit, whatever. That's always in an online party that I do. And so then at the end of the party, Stacy earned $75 in free credit and, 3 half price items, and a kit for $59. but she's choosing to forgo the kit, which means any of you can take this kit for $59. You know, if somebody likes that post, I don't care if they commented. If they liked it, they're going to get a message. Hey girl, thank you so much for participating in Stacy's party. I noticed you liked the post about, you know, the rewards she earned. Would you be interested in taking that join kit for $59? All these people in this party could become your customers too, because you're obviously friends with them, you know, the whole spiel. And if she doesn't take it, then the next person. If nobody in that party takes it, it goes out to the public. You know, who wants this kit? Because I'm giving it away.
Now,
I love that.
I have a question about that. So if somebody's hosting a party and they don't want the kit, but their friend takes the kit, basically, don't they take their credit though for hosting, like they take the hostess credits away from the hostess?
Nope. So what I do in that situation is the person's going to pay the $59 for the kit because the host is going to get her host rewards. So that's a situation where she's not going to get it for free, but she's going to get it discounted. Kelly might have a different way she does that, but that's the way I do that.
Yeah, that's exactly how I do. As long as you leave 1 penny left in the host rewards, and you can add that kit for there. So it doesn't have to take the host rewards. Absolutely. Okay, another question in the comments is, and if you have questions, if you would type them in the comments, we will get to them, I promise. So I'm pretty sure you answered this one, but for your dream team list, do you ever change that up? Or if someone says no to the host kit, do you keep them on the list and ask them with the next one?
Yeah, so I talked about, yes, my dream team list can change. It doesn't always have 10 people because maybe I'm not dreaming about 10 people. And then the second part, okay, so if the host says no, do I keep them on my dream team list? It depends on if they were on my dream team list to begin with. Not every host is on my dream team list, but every host I offer that kit to. So yeah, I would probably keep them on there because no doesn't mean no forever. No means not right now in my mind. So, you know, there could be something going on that they think they can't join right now. But you never know what they're going to say in another 3 months. So yeah, if they were on my list, I'd probably keep them on there even if they told me no once.
Okay. And then, well, we got to Lottie's question about the host rewards. How do you do that? Thanks for answering that. Ladies, is there anything else? I'm still looking down all the one.
So that one question was, when you're presenting, here's option 1, here's option 2, how do you present that? Like to your
I
host.
literally write it out on paper. Yep, I literally write it out on paper, or type it in a message, you know, like, okay, your party is closing, you know, this is what you have. Level 1, $75 in free credit and 3 half price items. Level 2, you know, it's a free business. You've earned your first award with Scentsy, which is Shooting Star. You have $16 in free credit. You have 4 half price items because they're getting the perpetual. You're halfway to your first promotion. I always send them a picture of what the host exclusive kit is. They always get a picture of that with their options. And then literally I leave it up to them. Which level are you choosing? Level 1 or level 2? Sometimes they have questions about level 2. Sometimes they're a flat out, nope, I want level 1. And we go from there.
And another question, because we're going to try to get through these real quick because we're already out of time, but how do you get them to fill out your party packs, the Google form?
Okay, so my party pack is different from the Jotform I was talking about. My party pack is like the host tells me, you know, okay, these 10 people want a party pack, and she gets me their addresses. I send out the party pack. The Jotform is an order form that I've created, you know, like it has the picture of like all the scents for this month or for this season in wax, scent circles, and room spray. And then it's literally just like a spot where they can type, you know, I want black raspberry vanilla, aloe water, and cucumber in wax, and I want perfectly pomegranate and room spray. And it's pinned at the top of all my online parties or groups. So it's pinned at the top of the group, the order form, and I just write a blurb with it like, hey, rather than ordering online, you could potentially save in shipping if you fill out this order form and allow me to place the order for you.
Okay, and then someone's saying, how long do you wait to close a host's party if you offer the kit out to the public?
No more than 2 days.
Okay, and then if you're using the kit on
because
there
I
for
don't want people
someone,
waiting for-
okay, so if you're using the kit on there for someone else, then how is the kit going to send to them, not the host? Okay, so we can talk about all the rest of these questions. These are logistical questions in the group. So that way we don't take any more of Kelsey's time and everything else. And then they want to know, Eileen wants to know if you could share your Jotform code with us.
If I was that techie, I probably could. But I might have to investigate that one.
Okay, I can help you. I can help you figure out how to do it so that if you don't mind sharing it, I'll help you be the techie side of that. So anyway, I am so grateful. You have been amazing and you have been a wealth of information. And I'm so grateful that you took time out on your Tuesday night, rushed home from dance and made this call happen. So thank you so very much, Kelsey. And on behalf of all of us, we are grateful. And for the rest of you guys, if you have questions that did not get answered, please place those in the questions. I'm posting your challenges now, lots of resources. I'll get that thermometer from Kelsey as well, and we'll post that up there on the resources. But hopefully you have a wonderful night, and thank you again. Okay. Bye, everyone.
Thank you.